Amazing. Okay, so let's get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have kind of a few titles to your resume. You're twice named Canada's top fitness trainer.
One of them, yes.
Yeah, and you're an actor,
Yes.
a stunt double,
Stuntman, yes.
a stuntman, sorry, a TV host,
Yes.
a keynote speaker,
Check.
and a Grey Cup champ.
Check.
Not bad. So all of those must be different during COVID.
They're extremely different. Most of the things that I do involve crowds and people and interactions. So film industries shut down appearances. As a keynote speaker, those went away. Fitness side is shut down simply because I train a lot of actors as well. But in the scheme of things, everybody's going through change. Everybody's life is being upended, and it's just how you cope with it.
What film projects were you working on?
Just finished finishing off season 2 of Altered Carbon. So worked with Anthony Mackie on that one. I worked with Joel Kinnaman on season 1. The working title is Omens. It's a Marvel show.
I just saw some pictures of you completely unrecognizable, like just totally make-upped up, and it was friggin' brilliant.
That's possible. So I've got a TE60 Shred, and that's got minimal equipment. It's a 60-day program. I do live online training. We'd have messaging capability. I'd send you your programs. I use that with clients that I see live one-on-one, and then kind of use that there to add some extra.
How do you see stadium sport post-COVID?
It's a tough one, I know for sure, for me, the crowds do make a difference. Regardless of the sport, everybody's going to be playing hard. Everybody's playing to win. But when you add fans in there, it's like playoffs. Even if you don't like hockey or if you don't like basketball, you can watch playoff hockey and playoff basketball because they're going full tilt. Nothing is left to chance. A regular season, 80 games is a long time. So you could get a good game, could get a bad game. And I've played in 2 Grey Cups, and there's nothing like that kind of feeling, that charge of going out in front of a full house. The NBA and NFL, they have huge TV deals, so for them it might make more sense to do fanless games because they can really focus on the game that's on the court or on the field. It looks the same to us, and I'm sure they're probably pumping crowd noise, and they'll think of something. But it would be very, very different. Well, I was just saying, you being a performer, when you're giving and the crowd's receiving, and then you're kind of getting that reverberates back, like you feel the vibe. But when they're into it and they get it and you feel it, it's less kind of like, oh yeah, it puts you on a different level.
Oh, 100%.
That's what you would miss, I think, with fanless games.
Yeah.
In 1997, I tried out for the New Orleans Saints. Played on a Sunday. I got released on the Monday. And I think I was in Montreal. I signed with Montreal in the CFL on the Wednesday.
Jesus.
We were playing on the Saturday. So the last game I played, there was 70 or 80,000 people in the stadium. We're playing in New Orleans. And then when I went to Montreal, that's the year that their ownership kind of fell out and things like that. So they had 8,000 or 10,000 people at the game. So literally a week apart, I ran out the tunnel. And when I was in New Orleans, when I went out there, I wasn't even a starter. So I was just running out and it was electric. And in Montreal, the starter, so you're coming out the tunnel and then it's like, so I know exactly how it feels, and it sucks.
You won't remember this, but I will never forget it. The first time that we met, it was on camera, and I distinctly remember thinking, this guy is such a jerk. And then, as soon as the camera stopped rolling, you're like the nicest guy. Moving on. Okay. Question. So,
yes.
When you stopped playing, was it a very quick transition, or was that an easy transition for you, or what?
No, I mean, lots of things were going on in my life. Playing 11 years is a long time.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you might have lost a step or something. But so I had an injury and I had surgery before the season ended.
Mm.
So I did things that I wasn't able to do when I was playing. So I went to Southeast Asia for a couple months because I was still thinking of coming back again, and I still could have come back to play that following year. That was my first full time summer that I've had in 20 years. Because 11 years of pro football, 5 years of college, and then high school summers. You're practicing, you're playing. They weren't party, but summer of 2004, epic.
As you turn around, were you just turning back there to see if your wife was at the door?
No, I started training people, was, training myself, doing some background work, then Stunt started progressing a little bit more. So as I started getting into that, it kind of took my mind and heart out of football. And it's just trying to find yourself, for the longest time, you're known as the football player. And, now, half the people that know me, they're like, you play football? Throughout my life, I'm also a hard worker, so things usually find a way of working themselves out. So as I started, getting into more personal training, that led to a few different introductions to how I ended up getting the show, the last 10 pounds boot camp. For me, I just want to come out of COVID better than I went in, physically, mentally. It's one of those kind of journeys, but you can't stay down forever. You got to always kind of look up and see what your goals are. And my wife is working full time, so she's the one that's kind of doing that, and I'm more with the kids during the day. And the weather's kind of cooperated with us as well. Which, can you imagine if it was raining and gloomy and things like that in Vancouver from March?
Yeah, there's zero sympathy coming from Toronto to you.
No, not at all.
Okay, so last question. What are you going to do when you get out of COVID?
What am I going to do when I get out of COVID? I'm going to hang with my boys. All of them. All of them. All my boys are going to get together and be like, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, one or two kids.
Oh, one and done, my friend.
I've got two, and my friends are like, don't you? Aren't you going to try for a girl? I said, I did twice. I got my answer.
But you've been the highlight of my day.
It's so good to see you.
It's so
good. Long time.
I know.
Gonna go on a bike ride today.
I'm gonna put on my parka.